What's up, everybody? Hope everybody is having a super night. I know I am. I know that a lot of you are as well. So who, might you ask, is having a super night? Well, I think it's everybody that participated in TCG Tuesday, which was yesterday, and they were like, man, this is so nice. Crushed it on this, paid for my membership. And then Wednesday came, and you were like, holy shit, paid for my lifetime membership. Welcome to the party. So, I'm Jason, or Wolf of Weed Street, or just the Wolf, Wolferino, a Lobo, Blueberry Wolf Balls, you know, I got a bunch of names, but you can call me, you know, you can call me Jay, or you can call me Wolf, or hey dickhead, which is what my wife calls me. So, you know, today was a crazy day, and you know, the reason that I wanted to do this, okay, so after the market closed, I was talking for like, I don't know, half hour, just with everybody, you know, just kind of going over things, just going over how I do things, and you know, guys, today was one of those days in TTG where literally everybody was doing something different. You know, all the mods and head traders were putting out different alerts on everything. Small caps, calls, puts, swings. And I'll give you an example. I asked about a stock late in the day at like 2 o'clock, and I was like, hey, has anybody seen this? And they were like, yeah, Wolf, we already traded it. And I was like, oh, okay, carry on, you know? So it was that kind of day. Obviously, I was focused on a couple of other things. Mainly, I was just doing this with ROKU. But, you know, also managing my long-term option swing in the pot stocks. So, you know, we'll get into all that. One life, one chance. We'll get into all that, and, you know, for now, because I came on early, all right, just like Mike does, I do. I came on early. I'm just going to take questions, okay? So you can really hit me with really anything you want. Yes, iPad mini. ROKU did have 8 take profits. Guys, it got down to the point where I was running out of, I was out of contracts. I was just like, is this thing ever going to give me a pullback? So yeah, we had 8 take profits on ROKU. The first take profit was 42 cents above the first purchase, because I actually bought ROKU in 2 blocks today. 2 big blocks today. And I sold the first big block because I was like, oh, maybe I paid too much. And I sold the first big block at 372. That block, if I just held it, went 300%. Just that block. The other one went three something. So yeah. Okay, so J-Code Fit. I bet he works out. What's the best way to learn movement of an option, as well as you seem to know on stocks like ROKU? Stalk them? 100%. Guys, you know, one of the most important things, Look, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not like, I'm not one of those guys that's using a scanner, right? So when we're chasing small caps in the morning, and believe it, like we chase them, but we've got all of this stuff like the scanners going, Mike, Simmons, Alex, Toner are all using those. When I'm targeting an option, I'm targeting an option in an equity that I know, okay? And the way that and what I mean by that is it's something that I watch, okay? Because, like a day like today, right? For the most part, I was pretty much done by, I don't know, noon. I would say by noon, I was pretty much done for the day. And that's not like I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go for a swim. I'll spend the rest of the day taking a look at a stock, just stalking it. And what I mean by that is like I'm watching the tape. What I mean by watching the tape is I'm watching the trades as they happen. Yeah, it will give you a headache, but you're just watching level 2 and the real-time trades, okay? You're switching off, you're looking at the chart. You're actually, I like to look at the chart, and I like to look at it on a line graph instead of candles when I'm doing this. Like candles are for when I'm charting, right? But when I'm looking and trying to pick out a pattern, I'm looking at the line, right? And I'm going back and I'm just kind of seeing if I could decipher something. On Roku's a really good example because I've been stalking it for a while, and as you guys know, like 3 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks ago, and even going back 4 weeks, like I was just crushing the Roku trade between $105 and $112, and then it pulled back, and then I tried to go in big and ended up missing it. I got my bid jumped, but a bunch of the TTG members got it. So thank you for costing me 200 grand. But you have to, if you're going to trade options, don't just go into something blindly. Don't just be like, oh, well, Boeing just got hammered today, I'm gonna buy the option. Okay? If you've never watched Boeing and how it trades, don't go in big. If you've never watched Shopify, how that thing trades, definitely don't. Tesla, now on the other hand, if you're a shareholder in that stock, okay, let's say you're a shareholder in Twilio, and you've been a loyal, diehard, card-carrying cult member of Twilio, you know how it trades. That is the best time to, trade the option. When you understand exactly how it moves, exactly how it reacts, exactly when you can anticipate when people are going to take profit, when people are going to buy the dip, that's just super helpful when you're trading options. So, Wolf, please clarify further the proper way to buy into an option so we don't mess it up. Okay. Yeah, look, it's really simple. So I think what he's referring to is today I jumped on the mic and I said I was looking at a particular option, okay? And I was just talking about it, and I said, look, I'm watching this, so I'll jump on the mic and say, hey, this is something that I'm looking at. This is something I'm looking at, you guys should start looking at it too. So I'm looking for an entry. Now what happened was, as soon as I started talking about looking at the option, people started buying it. That's the absolute wrong thing to do, because you're going to mess up the price, especially if the thing starts swinging down and the option is staying in the same place because people just keep firing at it. So look, the proper way to get into an option is, unless it's like a fast mover, Like today, when I got into Roku, I market ordered into my first position. Market ordered into a 10 grand position in the option. And I was like, you'll get a better price. You'll get a better price. I go, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. And sure enough, the thing went down. I ended up getting my second block at like $2.63. You should limit order in, because, what you have to understand is people think you make your money when you sell, right? No, you make your money where you buy, all right? Be greedy on your entry and fast with your exit. So, and just remember when you're trading options, it's buy to open, sell to close. All right, that's the number one rule of options. Buy to open, sell to close. Not sell to open or buy to close. Do I like the Yankees? Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan. Put on DraftKings. Okay. All right, let me scroll up. New member here. How I start trading stocks with you guys? The software? I don't really know what you mean by that. So I send an email to support@TTG. That sounds like a nerd question. I'm not that nerd. I'm not customer. I am not tech support. But I don't see you should be able to trade however you want with your broker. Jersey Devil Seafood. What's up, buddy? Slap the ass. All right, let's see what else we got. Ooh, Justin Fox, what is your favorite marijuana stock? It's kind of a loaded question. Yeah, I'll tell you what my favorite marijuana stock is. I'd say it's a two-way tie. It's a tie. All right, a two-way tie. It's just a tie. Three-way tie. Now that would make more sense. I would say not Curaleaf. I would say Green Thumb and True Leaf. Okay, but I am not holding any position in either of those. All right. So. Dun, dun, dun. Kenneth, yeah, when buying an option, is there a time when you want to buy the ask? Yeah, so sometimes if, let's say, I'm watching TV and I see like this news just break, okay? And I know it's going to be bad news, and I know it's going to have like an almost instantaneous effect on the market, and I'm like, man, I want to get puts. I'll market order into those puts, and the same thing for calls. Like Roku, I saw what was happening, and I saw what was happening, and I knew. Oh, bummer. I saw the Peloton ROKU news, and I just knew that the ROKU cult would eat that up, and that's why I market ordered in. But also, because I know how ROKU trades, I also know that it pops and then drops and then pops again. So I didn't feel bad. I bought 50% more on my second position. So I had a lot of contracts today. So I had 75 contracts today. which is why I was able to take profit 8 times. Ooh, Frank Zabara, thoughts on Microsoft 717 call, $115 strike. wait. Do you mean 215? Yeah, you have to mean 215 strike. Dude, you're talking like Microsoft's already an all-time high. You don't want to get too aggressive, but just, you know, be as close to in the money as possible. Because, you know, usually strikes like that, and I'm not saying it can't happen, but God, there's a lot of headline risk out there. Oh, and guys, I want to bring this to your attention because I feel poorly, but at the same time I have to address it. For the people that signed up yesterday, actually, you know, how many people signed up yesterday? Show of hands, or put an emoji in there. So yeah, so guys, you know, just the option trade today on Roku, if you bought 2 options, just two of those, then you paid for your membership today. Not only did you pay for your membership, but then you made like $700 profit. Okay, that's if you just bought two options. Okay, Patrick Williams, you missed it. That's a bummer, man. You know, you have to look at it like this. It's opportunity cost. People think, oh, I'll just go in on TTG Tuesday is a great idea. Yeah, if you're needing to try it out, right? You know, the days of going into TTG Tuesday every Tuesday are over, okay? That's done. You know, you can come in twice. If you're on the fence 1 week, okay. I don't really think that you're on the fence. I just think that you're being greedy. That's my perspective. We haven't had a TTG Tuesday where it wasn't like bananas, okay? Where it wasn't like just crazy trades. So, you know, the point that I'm making is, guys, as we grow, as the community grows, and as we keep adding to it, of course, the price is going to go up. And we're really good about, we don't want to, you know, we could you know, TTG would be worth it if it was $2,000 a year. I mean, hell, with the trades that we've put on in the last 3 months, it would be worth it at $1,000 a month. But it's not like that. We're not dicks. So, you know, what we're doing now is, while we're adding new features, now we're gonna have a new Trader Palooza this month, which I'm guessing is gonna turn into a monthly thing. Hopefully it's not. I mean, I need some Saturdays off. But the prices have to go up, all right? And, you know, now we're doing, look, we try and give everybody a discount, but, you know, yesterday it cost you $10.89. Today it cost you $11.67, I think, all right, with the discount. So, and guess what? I'm going to be having this same conversation with you a month from now. So, you know, I'm not going to get too pitchy, but guys, it's worth it. It's worth it just for the education. It'll save you that money from you doing something stupid. So just the education alone is worth it. Now you have to factor in the intrinsic value. That's the trades. That's being with me. So take advantage, because guess what? 4th of July is only after this weekend. So what do you think's going to happen again? I just think it's stupid if you don't join us. And I don't think anybody in here that came in yesterday thinks that they made a bad decision. I mean, raise your hand if you feel like you didn't get your money's worth today. You know? Or Guys, if I told you how many people upgraded their memberships to lifetime memberships, your head would, that would be enough to sell you. It was a lot, okay? And just think about that for a second. You know, if you look at all these other like trading furu sites, they don't teach. It's somebody that learned on his own, has a bunch of bad habits, never did this for a living, where you actually have to trade size, okay? Mike did it at a hedge fund, all right? You know, he was managing millions of dollars. I trade my own size, but I started off just like all of you, trading small size. And, you know, I mean, I'm kind of an anomaly, but the point being, I started, you know, I funded my account with $1,500 in 2013. So, you know, now I'm like, that's like a normal loss on a day. I'm like, oh, bad option, whatever, write it off. So yeah. Oh yeah, Canada Day. Yeah, let's talk about that. Canada Day, okay? Now, all right, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. All right, I'll let the cat out of the bag. I'm gonna give you a free one here, all right? This is why, and this is just an example of why. Hold on, let me have a sip. This is gonna be, we're gonna file what I'm about to tell you under the column of intrinsic value, okay? Intrinsic value. Intrinsic value. Isn't that such a beautiful word, intrinsic? So, Canada Day. Guys, now I've been trading for a very long time. Well, you know, in my terms, okay? I've been trading companies that are cross-listed. What I mean by that is they trade in the United States, they trade in Canada. Some trade in Germany, some trade in France, whatever. Cross-listed, okay? Canada Day. Now, why did I put that Kronos and CGC call on yesterday? I'll give you two reasons, okay? First reason is Canada Day, but that wasn't a reason that I listed, all right? I didn't even actually list the reasons yesterday in TTG Tuesday. I was just basically like, you know what, when they become members, I'll just explain it to them. So, I'm not going to get into reason two, we're going to stick to Canada Day. Now, when you're trading pot stocks, okay, and you guys can check this on my Twitter, it's at Wolf of Weed Street, just go to search, put at Wolf of Weed Street, and just type in Canada Trade, okay, and stuff will come up. That way you know I've got the Twitter receipts and I'm not Monday morning quarterbacking. So when the market is open in the United States and Canada is closed, it creates this awesome thing. Basically, we get to squeeze in the United States everybody's nuts in Canada, okay? What that means, we can run up a stock. They can't trade, all right? So if they are short, all right, and the stock makes a move, kind of like Canopy today, you know, went up almost $1, pulled back, so now, you know, went up 50 cents. They're gonna wake up tomorrow in Canada and be like, and they're gonna have a gap up. Now, if it's gapping up in the United States or the SPY is, if we're opening green, well then Canopy might gap up also. So it might be another gap up. And then the shorts are gonna have to start covering, or at least hedge. They might pull it back, but they're gonna cover. So it creates this mini squeeze, and it lasts like a couple days. Now, if, let's say Canopy put out some really good news, or Kronos put out some really good news, tomorrow would be the day, because then you make the shorts' heads explode. All right, and that was part of the reason that I got into it. And you can look at some of the pot stocks. Now look at their US ticker. Don't look at the Canadian ticker. And then see this in practice tomorrow. The other reason was Constellation Brands, STZ, has had their earnings today. And people were like, oh, the earnings are going to be bad. Well, you know what? They had a EPS beat and a revenue miss, but the EPS beat was 24 cents, and usually they beat 88% of the time. So I thought it was a good trade. As well as, Canopy also bouncing off that $16 level. And Kronos was just kind of a cause and effect trade. So if Canopy moves, then Kronos is going to move. And that's exactly what happened. And we made 30% on both of those and still in the trade. I actually took profit at the top and then reloaded where we got in yesterday. So not only are we still in the trade, we're in there with a lot of insurance and time, which is the most valuable thing when you're trading options. All right, Patrick. Welcome to the team, Patrick. Oh, Shaban, you joined yesterday. Guys, and here's the other thing. Also why I'm doing this stream tonight. Guys, I happen to know a lot of things about pot stocks. And not just pot stocks. I know everybody in the industry, right? I know every company that's fucking up. I know everybody that's doing really good things. Not saying insider information. I just got my ear to the ground. Got people that work at Grows. They're like, man, these guys are fucking up. When pot stocks get ready to go again, and they're going to go again. Guys, look, Wall Street loves growth industries, right? The anticipation for growth in cannabis in the next year is 40%. 40% in sales, all right, in revenue. What do you think happens to the stocks? Now, it's not going to be every stock. Yes, the dog shit stocks are going to go up too, but they always come back down. Don't you want to be on the team that has the wolf? I mean, honestly. For the people that are new, go to the Trader Palooza seminar I gave on pot stocks. That right there was worth 10 grand. I could have done that. I could have done my own stream and charged hedge funds for that. Guys, it's so worth it. One of the things that you need to realize about pot stocks is that they're really cyclical, right? And this is how honestly, and I'm not trying to say this to sound like a pompous douche, even though I am a pompous douche, but the way that I got rich on pot stocks was playing the cycle, okay? I made a lot of money initially, gave some of it back, but realized that, hey, all these things start pulling back this time of year, and then they pick back up at this time of year. So what was I doing? I was selling my position here, trading, and then getting in here at like a 50% discount. I sold up here, I re-entered here, and then I sold way up here. And then I would do it again, do it again, do it again. Guys, 2 years in a row, my portfolio did 300% return. I think it was like 350 1 year, 300. All right. My portfolio in 2014 did 6,300%. All right. So I turned a 10 grand account into a lot of money trading pot stocks. Guys, when I started trading pot stocks, it was 13 pot stocks. Okay. Who else has been trading pot stocks this long? Being able to anticipate the drops and knowing how everything reacts to the news, and all these legislative things that are happening. Sorry. I literally almost threw up. Sorry, that was TCG Add. He just sends me funny pictures at times. And guys, again, I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. And you guys that follow me on Twitter at Wolf of Weed Street know that I'm real quick to talk shit to people, because last March, everybody called me a fucking idiot for getting out of pot stocks and going short. They're like, you're gonna get destroyed, your time is done, it's a new industry, Wolf. Guys, I told them this. I gave them the exact date that everything would start falling. I was a day off. And the only reason I was a day off is because stupid Aurora put out that pump news about Nelson Peltz. And it bought the sector another day. But guess what? The whole sector as a whole went down 60%. Most stocks went down 80%. And I was short, okay? Guys, I was short Kronos at $23, covered at 19, and looked back every day and was like, man, that was stupid. I had a monster short position in puts on the MJ ETF at $37.90. I had $33 puts 2 months out. I bought them in March. And then, when it came time to like think, hey, am I going to get back in? What did I do? I waited. But I'll tell you what else I did. I hired a quantitative analyst to take a look at all of the pot stocks that I was thinking about buying. All right, because I go, look, if I'm going to sink, $1-2 million back into the sector, I need to be sure. All right, I paid him 10 grand, gave me a rundown, foot traffic, dispensaries, liters of oil, everything. He went through all of the data, went through the companies in the US, the zip code, are they priced properly? What is their debt? What is the fair market value if you strip the company of everything? And you know what I said? And this was September. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Didn't make the jump in. Sector went down another 30% in September. So yeah. Because that's the difference, right? That's the difference between, people that are just trading and people that are actually here to make money. I mean, that term, like, it takes money to make money, is so true. If I didn't spend that money, and if I was just cavalier and being like, I'm the fucking Wolf of Weed Street, I'm going to just go and do whatever I want, I'm going to reload this sector, I would have gotten blown up. Blown up. So yeah, pot stocks are going to come back, but don't you want to know when? Because I know exactly when they're fucking coming back. Exactly. But again, that's just pot stocks. That's one thing. That's one sector. Guys, the trades that we're doing, all right, off the charts. Off the charts. I know. Mike was upset about his day today. He's like, oh, I hit a lot of singles. Wah! Wah! I was like, yo, dude. I was like, your INO put today was 100%. I was like, that's a single? That's a very long single. Was he like, like some fat boy just running to the base? He just like gets to him. He's like out of breath. And the guy hasn't even picked up the ball. And he's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm on first. I mean, Alex was... I was on here talking to everybody. And... and Alex was still trading. He was like, oh, taking profit. Yeah, getting in. I was like, dude, it's almost 5 o'clock. Just stop. Just stop. Oh, we got a lifetime member, Jay Fudd. I just got a thing on Twitter. So yeah, guys, and that's a thing. You can follow our trades, right? But honestly, I prefer that you didn't. Okay? I mean, obviously, right away, you need to see stuff that's actionable, but. Yeah, you guys can make money off of me, off of Mike all day, but guess what? I need a break. I want to make money off of you. All right? I want you to give me the trades. All right? I want to sit back and just be like, you know, while playing like Call of Duty or something, and be like, oh, that's a good trade idea. Yeah, I'm going to jump in that. And honestly, it happens. And that's the greatest thing. And Mike says it all the time, you know, you know, teach a man to fish, you feed him for a day, and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, yo, a wolf's got to eat too. But that's the great thing about TTG, because you guys actually, you know, we're really proud of you. Like, this is why it's a lot of fun. You guys actually take the time, you go through the material, okay? And you ask questions. And you're not afraid to ask questions. And guys, you know, anybody will tell you, people that I've done one-on-ones with, people that I even haven't done one-on-ones with, all right? Adam, I'm going to need you to, you know, you're going to have to earmuff it for me right here, okay? Just earmuff it. So we give everybody a one-on-one, all right? You know, when they sign up. Are we doing one-on-ones? We giving one-on-ones? Adam, are we doing one-on-ones? People that sign up tonight? All right, you know what? Fuck it. If you signed up tonight because you're here with the wolf, I'll give you a one-on-one, because I'd be a dick if I didn't for what I'm about to say. So anyway, so even some of the people that don't do one-on-ones with me, like today, Mav, are you in here? Come on, Mav. Maybe Mav's not in here. So he sent me a message, and talking about an option trade, like, hey, got into like a sticky situation, and I didn't want to like take the time to type to him. I was like, dude, just send me your number. I was like, send me your number. I had trades going. I had a lot of money out there. I called him up. I was like, let's walk through this, okay? Let's go through this. He didn't use my code. He's just a TCG member. He's like, help me out. I'm in this option trade. What do I do? How do I unfuck this situation? And guess what? He unfucked the shit out of that thing. Yeah. Can I say that? Am I allowed to curse? God. I love my own channel. But yeah, you know, guys, I'll just shoot you a call during the day. I'm like, I'm trading. I don't want to type. Send me your number. So yeah, guys. And guys, that's everybody, you know? Because here's the thing. If you're successful, one day you're going to give me a trade. And I'm a karma guy, guys. Guys, I don't need any more money. I have a prenup right here. Like, I'm just trading. You know why I trade? I'll tell you. Two reasons, okay? And the first one might sound stupid. I trade the way that I do, and I don't have to, because I like going into a grocery store and buying whatever food and junk food and stupid shit I want and not having to worry about it. That to me is being rich, okay? Now, second reason, and this one's a little bit more petty, but I'm kind of a dick, so whatever, it is what it is. The other reason is I like to point at the fucking scoreboard at previous teachers, friends' parents, you know, some of my friends growing up that were just real fucking snooty. Oh, well, I got into Boston College. Well, you know, I went to University of Arizona, you know? I like to point at the scoreboard. Third reason, money is the great multiplier, right? If you're a real dick and, you know, you're poor, you're going to turn into a giant dick when you're rich. If you're generous, you're going to be very generous. You know, you're an asshole, you turn into a giant asshole. Me, I can be an asshole, right? But I'm only an asshole if you deserve it. But, you know, I like being a nice guy, you know? So So yeah, and it's really nice to see all of you guys like just kind of grow your accounts, and not just that, like pick out like, yo, that's a fucking TTG triangle, or yo, Wolf, I'm already in this option you called, and I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, why didn't you tell me you saw a TTG triangle? You know, I'm like, I'm here sweating, you know, I'm like jumping on the mic. You could have given me that right now. So yeah. Yeah, Miss Tiny Trader. Yeah, she says, I want to go for a walk. So guys, when I first started on Twitter, right, and I was just an anonymous person, I didn't know shit, but I knew how to bring everybody together. And I started making trades like, you know, I did a trade and it went 10,000%, literally 10,000%. It wasn't an option trade, it was a stock. And it just went 10,000% and then dropped. It went like this for months. And I had 3 of those. I called them unicorns. Guys, I coined the term unicorns in the stock market. I don't know if you guys knew that. I've also trended #1 on Twitter like 3 times in 2014. This kind of just gives you the size and scope of what I was doing. But from that, people would be like, hey, can I send you money? And I'd be like, no. I was like, yeah. And I found like this charity. It was like a wolf charity in like Washington State. And I was like, everybody just send money to this charity. All of a sudden it was like, this is the most money we've ever gotten in. Thank you so much. And I was like, actually, this is pretty cool. Let's just keep donating to charities. Every week we'll have a new one. I'm like, you know, we'll pay it forward. One of my Twitter followers is like, hey, you know, one of my coworkers, her daughter has cancer. They have a GoFundMe. You know, would you mind retweeting this? And I was like, dude, no, this is our new charity. And it was like $5,000. I was like, tell her to up it. Tell her to up it. You know, we raised like $45,000 for this family. You know, somebody I knew got in trouble or got sued by a public company, paid his lawyer bills. And now he's like my arch nemesis, which is funny. So yeah, it's really cool to do that. You know, I donate to congressmen and congresswomen, and now they follow me. It's crazy. Well, now they won't leave me alone. So yes, guys, that's the next step. I'm going to run for Congress for Debbie Wasserman Schultz's seat. So I hope you support me one day. I'm going to get rid of the PDT rule, it's pattern day trader rule, legalize weed. Spataphora 2024. Oh, my Twitter. Yeah, I'll type that. Actually, I can just do this. Ready? Hold on, bear with me. That's my Twitter. No money for Congress? You know what? I'm fine with that. My wife actually wants to run, but not for Congress. Like city council or some shit. No, I'll just find that. I'll live off my wife. Isn't that what everybody does? Get me a damn shirt. Oh, you like my Michael Scott one? Guys, I got a bunch of Tiger King shirts coming. I'm really excited about it. You want to know what kind of day it was today? I'm going to show you. So I have coffee mugs depending on my day. This was my coffee mug today. It's the Death Star. Tomorrow, I got a special coffee mug. Oh, here's the Twitter. Guys, my Twitter is simple. It's @WolfOfWeedST. And there's a blue check. All right, so you know I'm legit. They only give, I don't know if you guys knew this, but they only give blue checks. You have to pass a certain level of handsome. It's either a certain level of handsome or your nose has to be a certain size. And guess what? I fit the criteria. But anyway, guys, let's talk about some stuff. All right, we've had enough fun for the evening, right? Let's take a look at futures, shall we? Boom. Okay, now everybody always asks me, okay, well, how do you know what you're getting into tomorrow? Easy. It depends on what index is getting hammered. Okay? The Dow Jones, if it's S&P or the NASDAQ. So now, usually I know if NASDAQ is hanging in there and not getting beaten up like the S&P or the Dow, that everybody's going to cycle into technology, all right? They're going to get into the ROKUs, the Apples, the Twillos, the Zooms, the Facebooks, you name it, all right? So then I know, okay, either I'm making a trade in one of those companies, which I know, or I'm just going straight index, which would be QQQ. Guys, QQQ today was the move. All right, if you were playing an index, you wanted to be in QQQ. You could see the weakness in IWM. So it was like, IWM was one of those yesterday. I was like, I really want those 143 puts, and I just didn't get them. That would have been a great trade. So guys, I really think that you should look at IWM. If IWM goes to 144 and it can't break it, buy puts, all right? Buy slightly out of the money puts, or buy 143 puts or 143.50 puts 2 weeks out. I swear you'll make money. Promise you. I swear on baby Jesus, okay? And his little manger and golden fleece, all right? You will make money on that trade, all right? Just 2 weeks out, give yourself plenty of time. IWM is so fucking weak. It's weak. It's like a wet paper bag. QQQ, Kevin, is unstoppable. It's old faithful. It's like, oh man, you have a bad trade and you're like, QQQ's down, buy QQQ. You know? So yeah. Wolf, thoughts on Chiron? I don't like Chiron. I don't like that stock. And everybody asks me about it. They're like, yo, can you tweet this? I go, fuck, absolutely not. Mark S. American Airlines $13 calls next week outlook. Guys, it looked good. You know, I think if we gap up, we'll see. Guys, it's going to be a coin flip on that American Airlines put, or call, I should say. So we got into American Airlines calls and they literally didn't move, like the whole day. Their range is probably like 8 cents, which sucks. Yeah. I don't know whose water that is. I'm guessing it's mine. Hold on, guys. I need a boost. What are your thoughts on DRV play? I actually got into DRV today. DRV is directional 3-bear index on real estate, okay? I didn't buy an option. I bought the stock, okay? And I bought the stock right where I got stopped out, okay? So last time I got stopped out at like just over 15, I reloaded. I was like, you know what? I need to hold this a little bit longer. So I bought half of the position back and it actually went down. But I'm looking to take like a, you know, get my tier 2 position in there. You know, look, with real estate, and this is what you guys need to know. So like as of today, actually, a lot of places, if you're a renter, a lot of people, you know, a lot of landlords can evict people as of today, right? Say July 1st. Today's July 1st. Yes, today's July 1st. So yeah, some, like the state of Florida just moved that to August 1st. It's going to create a calamity, okay? Now, on top of that, you've got people that have mortgages. They're going to have to give a balloon payment. So they got a forbearance, which means they basically, hey, they pause the payments. They're going to have to pay that all in one shot, you know, which sucks because, especially if you're unemployed. that starts triggering in August and then September, because there's different levels depending on what type of mortgage you have. Like 25% of those are going to come due. But to put that in perspective, 4 million households didn't miss their mortgage payment this month. So, yeah, I mean, Kevin, will it deviate from the SPY? I don't know. And that's why I got out of it for the first time. The news in real estate has just been bad, 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 bad. Yet, real estate's just been going up because it's been pulling with the SPY, which isn't necessarily fair, but I couldn't watch a position just bleed to death. So, yeah. Oh, it's not butane. It's Boost. Boost Oxygen. Guys, they send me these cans. Old Bay. Old Bay is sending me a bunch of Old Bay stuff because I tweeted a picture to Old Bay with my son and an Old Bay can. And they were like, send me your address. We'll send you a bunch of Old Bay and Old Bay swag. So I'm pretty cool, okay? Just because I get swag. Now, if George Lucas wants to send me like an R2 unit, I'd be super psyched. Najay, am I allowed to ask how to buy put since I'm a beginner and haven't gotten to that chapter yet? If you're having to ask how to buy puts, it probably means you haven't talked to your broker and gotten cleared to buy options. So the first step you have to make is talk to your broker. There's usually something to fill out that says, yes, I've been trading options this long. I want it for investing, speculation, hedging, yada, yada, yada. That way you're cleared for options. But the way that you buy a put is buy to open, sell to close. All right, 2 most important rules. I'm not even going to get into the other ones. I can just tell you that if you go to buy a put and you sell a put, or or a call, like sell a call, you can blow up your account, which you don't want to do. You don't want to be on the hook for all those shares. Any thoughts on LMNL? I don't know what LMNL is. I've already forgotten that name. I don't even know what they do. Johnson & Johnson. You know who owns Johnson & Johnson? A lot of Johnson & Johnson? My wife. Jesus Christ, let's see. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I think that they're just better plays. It's just like if you wanted to take a long position in Johnson & Johnson, you could, but where's the upside? It's got a 52-week high of 157. You want to be in stuff that's growth, Remember, it's be first, be fast, or cheat, okay? You want to be first, all right? With that one, you'd have to be fast because as soon as it gets back to like that all-time high, it probably crumbles. Where's Tesla going? Probably like 2000. Guys, you can't look at Tesla as a car company. No, Tesla is a technology company. The sooner you look at Tesla as a technology company, then you start to appreciate the valuation. Okay, it's a $200 billion valuation right now. Book a one-on-one with me? Why? I mean, sure. Yeah, just if you want to book a one-on-one with me, just message Elena or use my code, which is now TTG Wolf 7. TTG Wolf 7. Oh, 7. There you go. And you'll get all of the good stuff. Best broker for short selling. I only buy puts and calls. I don't really short. Guys, who are you guys talking about today to get borrows? What option do I suggest for long term? I think you want something in infrastructure. Okay, that's why I like steel. But so I was looking at Nucor today, which is another steel company. I really like, you could look at Caterpillar. You could look at maybe some engineering firms, but I think you want to be in some kind of materials. I mean, if there's a company out there that's public that is like a concrete company, I'd be all over that. I should probably ask my wife. Actually, I was supposed to ask my wife's a civil engineer. You know, and the whole purpose behind, you know, to just kind of be serious for a second, you know, when I first started investing, my whole, you know, you want to go in with some kind of philosophy. Your philosophy can't just be, hey, I want to make money, right? You have to go in kind of with some kind of plan or the makings of a plan. So my whole thing was, okay, well, what's the world going to need in 10 years? And the first thing I thought of was water, you know, because of all the fracking going on. And I invested in a desalination company. I actually made 100% on it. Then it was like cloud. So I think that was actually like my third investment. The second one was National Bank of Greece. So the reason I like steel and anything to do with infrastructure is because, you know, when we were in the Great Depression, the only way that we got out of that was by bolstering the middle class. And what that meant was huge infrastructure projects. The Hoover Dam, the Verrazano Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, like shit like that. You know, just these massive projects that just created like tons and tons and tons of jobs. Now we need that. Now that sector has also been hammered because our dear leader thought it would be a good idea to start a trade war and then have like tariffs with our allies, which actually crushed the steel industry. US Steel was $37 the day before Trump announced the tariffs. Just to put that in perspective, the second he announced it, it gapped down $7. And then it's just kind of like this the whole time. So you want to, for the long term, you know, I think you can go like 2022, like which are called leap contracts for like US Steel, you know, maybe like $15, $20. You know, for US Steel, maybe, I mean, you could probably do it with Nucor Corporation, which I think is a little bit more well organized. So US Steel is the biggest producer right now, but I mean, they've just been getting kicked in the teeth for pretty much the last 2 years. So I like steel, you know, just as a long-term play. But I haven't picked out that option yet, to be quite honest with you. Is it okay to use eToro as a broker for Australian citizens? I have no idea. But g'day, mate. Put another shrimp on the bobby. Just kidding. I lived in Australia. I got a didgeridoo. I lived in Australia for 9 months. Fucking love that place. Love that place. Guys, you know what my first job out of college was? I played lacrosse for a team in Melbourne. But my first like job, because lacrosse wasn't really, I mean, I don't consider that a job. I was a dishwasher. I would smoke joints and wash dishes in this cafe in this town called Noosa on the Sunshine Coast of Australia. Best time of my life. Just backpacking and not getting AIDS. Perfect. Oh, Justin Birdie, thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Guys, you know, I'm going to say this one more time because, we're going to wrap up pretty soon. But one of the things that you also get in True Trading Group, besides dynamite commentary, chuckles, nice P&L, good times, making friends. Guys, I'm a bit of a singer, and I sing. I sing, baby. Baby, come back. Guys, when I'm singing or playing music, like today when we were crushing Roku, you know what I was playing? Talking Heads, Psycho Killer. Sick. Alright? When we were out, I was playing some Pink Floyd, hitting everybody with money. Money! And everybody was singing. Alright? So you get my beautiful voice, and you get one-on-ones with me. So, guys, it's going to go up. But honestly, we're getting to a critical point in TTG. We're growing pretty fast. And, look, guys, I'm straight to the point, right? Like Mike, Adam, they're the nice guys. Like, I'm the not so nice guy. I mean, I'm nice, but I'm like, but it's like black and white. I need equilibrium. I'm like, pump it up, So the prices for TTG are going to go up, and they're going to continue to go up. When you join, you are locked into that price for forever. Okay? So, and honestly, by the time you're in there, like 6 months, you're probably gonna get yourself a lifetime membership. Let's be real. And the lifetime membership, you get one-on-ones every quarter. All right. You sign up tonight, you get a one-on-one with me. We'll talk. I'll teach you how to trade options. I'll teach you how to unfuck your pot stocks, your portfolio. So guys, take the time, because who is it, William? Was it William or Patrick? Patrick Williams or William Patrick? I don't know. Now he's a member of TTG. He should have done it yesterday, but he did it today. So that's all right, Patrick. You will recover that extra $100. It's actually less than $100. What is it? 67, 82 bucks. All right, and you're saying, oh, went up 82 bucks. Like I said, that Roku trade today, guys, Roku was, let me look at Roku. Let me tell you what the day's range on Roku was. 116.35 was the low on Roku. That was the open. 129.44 was the high. Think about that for a second. Also factor in that on Monday, I had 116 calls and I sold them. And a lot of people kept them because they got a better price. So, like I said, you bought 2 of those calls today, you made your membership. If you bought 4 of them, you made a lifetime membership. It's that simple. What the hell are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting for? I'm not going to do many of these streams. You guys want to see this face? You can see it every day in TCG. Get the laughs. We tell jokes. We play music. Can you get a one-on-one with Alex instead? Yeah, you can get a one-on-one with Alex instead. Guys, if you sign up tonight, you can get a one-on-one with Mike. You can get a one-on-one with Alex Simmons. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to hurt my feelings. That much. You used to follow the wolf until my weed stocks went belly up. Well, obviously you weren't following me that closely. No offense, but let's be real here. You know, here's the thing with people in pot stocks. They've never gone through a bear cycle. Everybody was just BTD from 2016 to 2018. And then when it became an execution game, they didn't really know what to do. Now in 2013 to 2014 was a wild run. But, you know, with that wild run, the bubble burst. Pot stocks went into a bear market that went from April of 2014 to September of 2016. So put that in perspective, and that is exactly what everybody is living through right now. And they don't know how to deal with it, and people are writing off pot stocks. Well, guess what? In 2014, everybody wrote off pot stocks. Said it was just a fad. All right? Guys, you create a new industry and a new sector worldwide. It's not going to be a linear move, okay? You know, if you had the chance to invest in Anheuser-Busch after Prohibition ended, would you? Or would you be like, I don't think this whole fucking alcohol thing is going to work? Get the fuck out of here. Of course you would. It's the same thing for weed. Weed is a once-in-a-generation investment. And it's the truth. And now, the same way I was talking about Tesla and how you need to look at Tesla as a technology company, not a car company, you need to start thinking about weed, not as something that you just smoke to get high, but you have to start looking at it in a pharma sense. You have to look at industrial hemp as a market that is 10 times the size of the cannabis market. And a lot of you guys don't do that, which is why a lot of you guys lose. I mean, not to mention, you guys like to ride down something 80% and then you say, oh, my shit blew up. Guys, I go down 15% on a pot stock, that pot stock is dead to me forever. All right? You got to treat these, you got to date these companies. You don't marry it. As soon as you start saying but on any of your pot stock positions, you are blown out. So yeah, if I had a mic, I would drop it. I'm not going to turn your cash into swag. You're going to do that yourself. But you see this? You see this? This is a wing. Now the question you have to ask is, do you want to be under it? Join TCG. Come on. Come on. That was the best pitch. Who's done a better pitch than that? Tell me. Tell me. Hit him with the link. Hit him with the link. I'm out of water. I got cotton mouth, let's be honest. Thank you. Thank you for that link, Adam. You're great. So guys, look, you get a one-on-one with me, you get a one-on-one with Mike, you get a one-on-one with Simmons. I mean, you can have a one-on-one with Elena. I mean, she could talk to you about real estate or futures. That chick, I got her hooked on trading natural gas and oil in 2016. Simmons was one of my, you know, you guys want to know how Simmons came around? Pot stocks, baby. He made that scratch from pot stocks and then decided to become a really good trader. Now you guys are all seeing the benefit of that. Be the ball, people. Am I a part owner of TTG? No, I'm just a guy. I'm not bound by anybody. What do I look for to consider a particular option? That's actually a really good question, and I'll get to that because I think this is actually really important and actionable. Guys, I look at options, you know, one, I try and trade a channel. So what I mean is, I tried to trade the stock between here and here. Not here, but here, in this window, okay? So for ROKU, my whole thesis today was, if this thing breaks 118.50, it's going to 123, okay? That was my thesis when I jumped on the mic. I saw what was happening. I was like, this shit's gonna happen. And then I knew if it broke 123, it would go to 127, 128. And I called it early. And I called it before it broke 123. And then I said top of the channel is 128. It's gonna get a little dicey up there. Now if it goes to 130, you know, if it breaks 128 on strength, then we're looking at 128 to 133. So the first thing I'm looking at is the channel, okay? Can I trade this option within a channel? What area of the channel is it in? Is it about to cross over into a new channel, which is exactly what I like? I like that risk reward, whatever. You know, the other thing that I consider when trading an option is how volatile is that option going to be? What time of, you know, how much time am I going to need on this option for it to make that move? Now, is it something like Boeing, which can go up $20 in a day and then drop $20 the same day? You know, or is it something that makes, you know, these nice, like gradual, like linear moves up? And, you know, that's what I consider. But, you know, the first thing I consider above all else is, can I be profitable and do I know how this stock trades? Like, I'm not just getting into an option that I've never traded before. I mean, you know, and when I am, I'm watching that stock. I'm not just going like, hey, willy-nilly. Did I just say willy-nilly? Just, you know, for the hell of it. So, yeah. In your prep analysis, were you using the hourly channel? That's a good question. You want to know how long my prep analysis was? 30 seconds. 30 seconds I made that decision. Okay? And that comes from muscle memory. Okay? And what I mean by that is from watching the stock like a hawk and just being confident to be able to make that decision to jump in. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to look at it. All right? There was a sense of urgency when I got into that. Guys, I caught the whole move. I caught the entire move. Amazon price target. Guys, Amazon's going to the moon. All right? Price targets really depend on your time horizon. You know? I wish Amazon would just forward split, but Bezos doesn't want to. Bezos just wants institutions trading that thing. He doesn't want us peasants trading it. No, Diane, to buy options, you don't have to have margin account. You could have a cash account. Look, you know, if you're going to trade options, have a cash account, okay? Because you can get in and get out. You won't have the PDT rule, okay? PDT rule, you can't have a PDT rule if you're trading options, unless all you want to do is trade long-term options, all right? Cash account, you can just get your money that day, all right? You don't have to wait for it to settle. But with a cash account, when you buy a stock, you got to wait for it to settle a day, all right? Or 2 days, whatever it is. Andres Zapata. I talked about IWM puts, yes. If it gets to a certain level. Eric, current TCG is free? Yeah, I mean, we pay for your membership by giving you good content. I think that's what he means. You pay for it yourself. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a great night. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys found this scintillating. Now, guys, new subscribers or new people that have just seen this, guys, it's usually Mike. I've got a much better head of hair. I keep shaving my head, by the way. My office is also very well lit, and I got Star Wars stuff. So if you like Star Wars, or more importantly, I'm gonna do this. If you don't like this video, you're gonna have a red day tomorrow. I just did it. So you better smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Be sure to tip your waitress on the way out, or waiter, you know, not sexist here. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, helps the algo. And for everybody in TTG tomorrow, I've got the greatest coffee cup ready to go. All right, we're gonna have a good time tomorrow and into the next week. We're gonna have a good 4th of July. We're gonna social distance. We're gonna wash our hands. We're gonna make money. We're gonna make friends. We're gonna have a good time. TCG, baby. So hit that link if you want to sign up. Start making money tomorrow. Start learning. Stop being an idiot with your cash. Invest in yourself. Boom. End stream.